好的，我们的比赛开场即将开始了，请我们的兄弟们暂时停止赛前练习，谢谢。
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homies still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was she's a town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You call future when you didn't see the club. Like, what, little baby, help you get your lingo up. What, 21, give you false street cred. Thug makes you feel like you a slime in your head. Like, what, Quavo said you could reach the north side.
Yeah, 梦想家主场的家人朋友们，大家好，欢迎来到梦想家主场。
好的，我是 DJ 阿奇，跟着壮壮、优尼兽，还有你们最爱的女孩们 Formosa Sexy， 以及各位一起来迎接重要的季后赛。历经了例行赛的40场，我们迎来了季后赛。今天一样要拿下我们主场非常重要的胜利，需要大家扮演最佳第6人的角色，发挥我无所惧，我们可以的加油声。听听大家一起来呐喊一下，保持住我们的热情以及默契，准备喽，梦想家！ 梦想家，梦想家，加油！非常好，希望今天呢，我们的每一颗进球都能够跟着女孩以及壮壮、优尼兽一起来应援。谢谢壮壮，谢谢优尼兽，谢谢女孩们。好了，佛摩萨梦想家，感谢各位球迷朋友热烈支持。 也谢谢我们一直以来大力支持台湾篮球、支持梦想家的合作伙伴。首先要来介绍我们的贵宾，要来欢迎奥迪中部和顺利汽车的总经理徐景祥总经理也来到我们的现场帮我们加油，谢谢。同时谢谢以下的指导单位：教育部体育署、台中市政府、台中市政府运动局、彰化县政府以及中华民国篮球协会。 谢谢大力支持梦想家的赞助伙伴海硕集团，值得您信赖的国际海空物流公司，心想科技全球货运代理整合性资讯平台，以 V6 电动车充电服务补电超轻松，上海商业储蓄银行处处为您着想 ，Area 02亚洲指标球鞋与潮流交易平台，马吉斯轮胎世界10大轮胎公司，源自彰化的台湾之光。 奥迪中部和顺利汽车进化有感而生，谢谢联居建设好还要更好，联居建设台旭近60年的肉品专家 ，TTN 征服法国的台湾面膜，进发家祖传绿豆沙，朝日堂台中聚餐名店日式烧肉锅煮鸳鸯锅，美津浓日本百年运动品牌，以及 Costco 库士克美国潮流杯品品牌。 谢谢麦当玛莲最好穿的内衣，天天舒服穿。火火烧肉贩卖所，你用烧肉定义美味，我用美味定义烧肉。风格美学诊所，多喝水矿泉水第一领导品牌，以及秀传医疗体系引领国际医疗专业，还有361多一度热爱361，持续把掌声送给他们，感谢支持的梦想家，目光保持在场中，性感火辣的女孩来到 ，Let's go， Formosa Sexy。
Baby, I'm a monster. Mona and Mona, I see you in slow-mo. You know you're in trouble. 밟아, 뭉쳐봐. 어차피 손바닥 위에서 못 나가. You know that. 너 날 딴 순간 피어나. All eyes on me. 불을 질러라. Do or die. All my life. Yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. got them all going. 천천히 불태워 네가 잠든 사이 Time's up 올라가 올라가 더 꼭대기 꼭대기로 하늘 위 하늘 위로 Fly away 온 세상을 뒤집어 Let's ride Baby I'm a monster
Thank you, girl， 谢谢女孩们，掌声送给他们。要来欢迎新北国王球员进场。新北国王1号林书伟，3号陈俊南，4号李威霆。9号李凯燕，10号简佑哲，11号王柏志，19号林金榜，20号洪志善。Number 25 Austin Day， 25号奥地。新北国王先发，6号杨敬敏。7号林书豪，17号苏世轩 ，Number 35 Wendell Lewis， 35号路易斯 ，Number 55 55号 Kenny Manigo 曼尼高，新美国王篮球队总教练 Head Coach Ryan， 助理教练 Coach 马克，助理教练林振宇，总经理毛嘉恩。福尔摩沙梦想家秉持铁血的斗志，打造强悍的战场。梦想家人们，我们汇聚能量，携手一同并肩作战。我们不怕，持续再战，所有挑战我无所惧。Come on, let's welcome Formosa Dreamer。 线上的我梦强人们，让我听到你们的声音，迎接挑战，我无所惧，绝不退让，与在座的每一位家人携手把胜利拿下。我无所惧，我们可以 Let's make some noise。
Make some noise. Put your hands up. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all want this party started, guys?
Who's that? DJ Ken.
Break it down. Let's go.
Everybody put your hands up. Let's welcome Dreamer.
Make some noise.
And now 咱们0号梦想家的板凳帮主陈Chen。后场指挥官梦想推进器 Number 3 3号老吴吴家群。来自安华大学的全能大锁 Number 4 4号 David Marble。Number 18 18号梦想后场的强力大锁防守悍将杨胜彦。台湾篮坛的传奇射手，Number 21美梦狙击手21号道哥Chen后。Number 24 24号敌人劲爆攻守兼备 C 战航空齐莫克。26 26号梦想家最后一道防线，台湾魔兽李德伟。Number 13 30号出手就准备命中，三分代名词吴松伟。Number 88 88号禁区铁壁梦想护盾周伯成。And now starting five 先锋。南北传递队23号攻守兼备的梦想元老台湾尾的切克力。梦想家的后场魔术师Number 28 28号全能射手卢冠亮。威斯康星地图防守兵器 Number 34 34号火锅吃早起 Brandon Goldberg。来自纽约的全能得分手 Number 5 5号 Chris Micaro。标速跑车赛德克狙击手 ，Ladies and Gentlemen, Number 11 10号林俊杰。佛摩萨梦想家总教练 Head Coach Jamie P.LEAGUE 助理教练 陈思念、赖柏林，球员发展总监田磊，总经理韩俊海。双方球员最后的热身时间。
想家主场进场的朋友，马上在座位上就可以看到我们今天主场的折叠扇。先让我听到大家热情的声音，用力的敲起来，让我们听到这是谁的主场。没错，就是这个声音，让我们保持这个声音，在今天我们的第2场一样继续拿下我们的胜利。那么呢，在我们今天主场，当然进场的朋友把你们的声音借给我们，一起跟我们大声的应援，一起加油。那我们今天拿的折叠扇呢，要跟我们一起加油，要怎么加油呢？都非常的简单。第一个是拿着你的扇。
It's going to take everything， 必须要付出我们100%，才会有机会去赢冠军。
那今年我们都已经有机会碰到冠军了，那为什么不再更努力一点？
除了自己进步跟自己的目标在，我想要最大重点就拿到冠军嘛。
今年我们心态要改变，不能再像前2年，然后就这样结束。
绝不退让，绝不退让，绝不退让。
In a low-scoring Game 1, we had a few heroes lead the way. The first quarter saw Chris McCullough start things off with 10 points against Austin Day's quick 7 off the bench. The second quarter was an old-school 2-point exchange with Kenny Manigault bobbing and weaving for 10 points. Things kicked into gear in the third quarter with Jeremy Lin lighting the building up with 14 points on 4, bang up 3 from greater and greater ranges. But Devin Marble emerged as the Dreamers' answer with an 8-0 run to put the Dreamers up by 5. Quarter 4 was starved for offense as the teams combined for only 30 points. Dreamers had a 10-point lead with 4:55 left, but were scoreless for the rest of the way. And the Kings made their next 2 shots, but missed their last 5 while only sinking 4 free throws, made to fall just 1 point short. 89-88 Dreamers in a thrilling Game 1 victory on the series. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Thank you for tuning into this Plus League matchup between the new Taipei Kings and Formosa Dreamers, a repeat of last year's first round. We're back in Taichung Intercontinental Basketball Stadium for Game 2 of this best-of-7 series. In the other series, the Lioneers tied things up at 1 apiece after really poking holes all over the Taoyuan Arena with their 18 made threes. That is a 1-1 series here in Taichung. We are in Game 2. We'll see if we go to 1-1 or if the Dreamers can pull ahead 2-0 before moving the venues. On the Mandarin broadcast is Xiaohu, Hu Junqi, and Mark 田宏奎。球迷朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，要听小胡跟奎哥的讲评，当然就按到中文的转播连接。谢谢您收看，记得 Plus 的转播都要按赞。 So once again, in a close game, unlike the other series, there will be rather shorter rotations, none shorter than the Kings, who had 8 play in the last game, but we expect that to continue to be the case. Meanwhile, the Dreamers expanded a little bit. They have 10 people going around, including Coach Perlman pointing out number 88, Jerry Zobotan, as being a big key to their defense in the second half. On the King side, Kenny Manigault was interviewed pregame, and he's got a special guest in tow. Kenny Manigault asked about the loss yesterday and the adjustments they have to make, and his personal versatility and possibly having to play 40 plus minutes in each of these playoff games. Yesterday, or the day before, Manny called 23.
Game one, we missed a lot of open shots. We played pretty good defense. We held them to under 90 points, which is pretty good for that type of team. We just got to make our layups, make our open shots. We missed a lot of shots, which caused us to, miss a lot of opportunities. So, just got to make some shots. At this point in the year, it's the playoffs. Like, you're going to go with your 8, 9, maybe 10-man roster. So I don't think it's going to be a problem with us just playing 8 players. And then as far as me, I've always been like a versatile player, especially this year, bringing in Jeremy. I'm going to have to be more versatile than I was before. So I just keep playing the way I've been playing, and the team just keeps playing the way they've been playing as well. We'll be fine.
So the special guest in the split screen there was Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks, Kenny Manigault's cousin, both from South Carolina. There's actually a lot of connections to Mr. Middleton in the building. Yang Jiming had a game that he'd rather turn around. Only 2 of 12 shooting the 3-ball, 4 of 15 overall. Low shooting percentage, also joined by Joseph Flynn, who came off the bench, and he moved Jeremy into the starting lineup, and for good reason. Jeremy led the Kings with 25 points, and if not for missing that last runner, which actually had a good shot, the Kings could have come away with the 1-point victory. So Kenny Manigault's season, 16 points per game, 9.2 rebounds, 2.8 steals, versus the Dreamers. Jumps up to 11.6 rebounds and 16.3 points. In the game one, 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 steals. Interesting note about those 6 steals. That would be Kenny Manigault's highest mark on the season. Previously in the regular season, it was only 5. Now those stats don't cross over, but impressive bit of defense. Last season, he had a 10-steal game as part of a points, rebounds, and steals triple-double. The first player in the Plus League history to reach double digits in takeaways. I looked it up a little bit. Austin Day was Chris Middleton's teammate in Detroit when Chris Middleton was a rookie. And in his NBA career, Jeremy...
Yeah, so, obviously they went on that run in the third quarter. They hit a lot of tough shots. But I think the one thing about our team is that we're always going to fight, and we're a very resilient team. They went on their run, but we came back into the huddle and said, we got to regroup. They went on their run. We're not out of the game. And I think the biggest thing was we just kept playing our game. We didn't try to do anything that we didn't practice or anything that was out of the ordinary. We just kept playing our game, our style. And we knew that if we kept that, we'd have a chance to win. And, that's what happened down the stretch. And I'm just happy to have gotten the game 1 win.
Randall Walco also coming off the bench, at least from game 1 and here in game 2 as well. But he upped his minutes up to 34 minutes, scoring 12 points. One of a number of Dreamers players that will be tasked with staying in front of Jeremy in the course of the game. Devin Marble, though, was one of the players that stepped up to kind of counterpunch the Kings run in the third quarter. The Dreamers ended up by 5 heading in the fourth, which, according to all basketball splits, is always a good way to enter the fourth and final frame of play. Now the Dreamers, as mentioned, played 10 players in the last game. They actually scored 33 off the bench between Walco's 12 and Devon Marble's 17, leading that unit. And according to the stats, 25 minutes per the average starters in the last game, 22 by their bench. And if you go by top players, though, that ups it to 38 seconds to 15:21 for the Dreamers. So there's a little bit of flexibility depending on who's playing well. Here's the replay of the last play where Randall Walco moved over and helped defense, and that's what I'm talking about. Jeremy had a decent look, and if he would have made it, it would have been the Kings who came away with the victory. And our broadcast putting up a number of candidates who might be good candidates for this final shot. Jeremy, of course, rather accurate shooting all game. Kenny Manigault, not a bad option, at least in the two-point range yesterday, really cutting and weaving, making it easy on himself. Joseph Lin, you see he had the basketball, but passed it off and didn't get it back, though he might have had an opportunity. He was 1 for 3 from 3, but 0 for 5 from two-point range. Last year, Joseph was one of the stronger playoff players for the Kings, averaging 14 points per game and upping that to 16 in the finals, including a 37-point Game 6, what ended up being an elimination game for them. But he was really the standout player for the Kings squad last year. His first year after being traded over from the Braves, who he's been with all of his professional career up to that point. So the Kings will be switching up to a yellow kit, and the Dreamers will be wearing their white jerseys once again. Good luck to our photographers out there. Yesterday's Lioneers victory kind of broke a run, a 4-straight series going 2-0 from the last 2 seasons in the first round. Number 9, Huang Zhenfeng, number 96, Chen Taohong, and number 10, Yo Haoping will be the 3 officials as bringing you the starting lines for both teams. Same lineup. Su Sixuan next to Wendell Lewis, Yang Jingming, Jeremy Lin, and Kenny Manigault, Brennan Gilbeck, Chris McCullough, number 11, Lin Juji, number 23, Kenny Chen, and number 28, Ryan Lu Guanliang will be starting for the Dreamer squad. Kenny Chen only played 12 minutes and had no fouls, but missed 3 of his 4 free throws. Maybe it's a consideration. Maybe there could be an injury. And Ryan Lu Guanliang, 0 points in 15 minutes played, going 0 for 4 from the field. His last scoreless game was 10 games ago against the Pirates, so I'd expect maybe a bump up in his performance. And kind of detailed before, Yang Jingming 10 points, but only 4 of 15 shooting. Li Kaiyan coming off the bench, 2 of 7, but missing 2 free throws. So a lot of area of improvement for both squads. Dreamers will be attacking the basket to your left in front of their own bench. And the Kings will defend first, but will attack to the basket to your right. Lu Guanliang given space, he fires away, that's off. Rebound pulled by Su Sixuan, one of Ryan Marchand's favorite guys as a local starting a 4-man, averages 4.1 boards per game. As the whistle comes, Yang Jingming got a little bit of space. There you see Wendell Lewis kind of ghosting that screen as a little bit too much space taken away by Lu Guanliang. Previously a career member of the Geelong Dinos team, as Yang Jingming, a former Dreamer, able to get too strong with his first free throw. So we have our first score of the evening. It's Yang Jingming with a free throw, and then immediately working some kink off of his right arm as McCullough offers it to Ryan. Achi on the downstream, floating it up. A whistle comes and count it. G getting the bounce. He kind of was under the radar, but 18 points in his game yesterday. Also came with 6 assists. There you see working in the middle ground, and Kenny Manigault tapping him from behind. So, as I said before, both teams with a number of wing players I think they want to assign to the best offensive player of either team. Jeremy up to Wendell Lewis as the Dreamers back out a little bit of a press. Driving kick, how about Youngimi from the left corner? And the big bounce as Lewis over Chris McCullough. Another chance for the Kings. Jeremy working with the screen, going baseline, tough jumper in the face of Brandon Gilbeck. Repeat leader in block shots during the regular season here in the Plus League. Aji crossing over right, now using the screen and an illegal screen. Looks like Brandon Gilbeck was trying to go through Kenny Manigault instead of letting Kenny Manigault run into him. You see Gilbeck did decent to close off that drive, but Jeremy's just too good with that dribble pull-up. Jeremy getting a little bit of space. A whistle comes as he falls right into the first row of audience. And just like that, the Dreamers with 3 team fouls. Brandon Gilbeck with 2 as he takes a little bit of a walk to cool off. No movement on the Dreamers bench quite yet. And I would imagine that was pretty intentional for the Kings to try to get Brandon Gilbeck involved on the pick and roll after that offensive foul. The Kings will also make a move themselves. Considering in the last game, we went so long in the first quarter without a substitution. Definitely a change-up of things, just like both teams said they would be doing. So Jeremy Lin will step into these free throws. During the regular season, out because of plantar fasciitis and then improper treatment, so he was short of qualifying for league statistical awards. Ended up with 19.3 points per game, and it was in the mid-20s for a lot of the start of the season. After going 2 for 2, Kings are up by 2. Marble with Jeremy in front as they skip pass over the head of Luka now. So double ball screen now is fresh in the game. Lee Taiyan is stopped. Outside driving kick, Kenny Manigault lines it up, and that's good. Well, starting in the first quarter, Kings are reaching out. Now it's time for the Dreamers to fight back here. Devin Marble on the switch, over to Ryan, in some space, cut off as ball almost got away. McCullough, nice handles to a deep fadeaway, but that doesn't catch anything. Another look at Jen Hall coming over and help. Doug Creighton, a wing shooter out of Creighton. Jeremy going through the middle, and the ball out of bounds. Jeremy trying to argue for a whistle, but Aji also took one to the face, so all in all, it looks like the Kings may have lost a little bit more. Well, it's not impossible for your face to commit a foul. I'm sure the Dreamers don't want Aji to be taking a concussion, though. So in the end, just an out of bounds off of Jeremy's leg. Hopefully everybody can shake it off. Chris McCullough with Wendell Lewis in front of him. Hand off to Marble. No switch, so another screen ghosted as Chris McCullough out of rhythm will end up committing the travel. McCullough, like I said in the intro, did kind of get the Dreamers getting going early in the game. He had 24 points on the game as number 88, Dobleton, will check in. He's in there guarding Kenny Manigault. Quick show double as Jeremy patient with it. To an open Yang Jiming, they swing it. Manigault closing down the distance and dropping in the floater. Now the Kings up to a 10-3 lead. McCullough on the dribble, he pulls up from deep and long rebound to the Dreamers. To the alley-oop, but bouncing out, a whistle does come. Another look at kind of getting detached. Jeremy had to bump into Chris McCullough there on the alley. In the regular season, as Chris McCullough clinks that first one. A 65% free throw shooter. If you want to follow along with the stats, just like I am, PLeagueofficial.com/game/576. Chances are you might see the stat update before you see it on the broadcast. A quick double as Jeremy hits Dobleton and backs out of it. Now out of balance, the Dreamers try to recover. Yang Jiming from deep, and another one. There's a whistle on the baseline as Chris McCullough is about to inbound, and it turns into a lingering G foul trying to make space. You see previously the Kings do a good job rotating it around to an open shooter so far in the game. 2 for 3 are the Kings, and they've only missed 1 field goal. And now a travel called as he got a step, but maybe that came with a reason. Another look at left, right. That is what we call a tan-tan here in Taiwan when it comes to our basketball terminology. Tan standing for single, so jumping up and down on the same foot as Marble catch and shoot short. Grab his own board and go right to the basket. Flipping it behind for Chris McCullough to lay in. What a way to get back in the scoring category. It's Wendell Lewis going early, tap, and rotated out. We'll try to go against Gianhao as Amigo. Middle over Lee to the lane. There's contact, taking a hard fall and popping right up. the Dreamers, who are kind of having some troubles matching up, as there you see Marble running into Jeremy, but in a beautiful fashion, swinging that pass around his back. There you see Zobelton a little bit too deep and not a clean block. One spot on the floor as Jeremy will check out. Joseph Lin will check in. So far on the game, Kings 4 of 5 shooting with 3 made free throws, and the Dreamers 2 of 6, missing all of their 3-point attempts, 2 of 3 from the line. Their 3-point shooting making a big difference. Dreamers have also topped it up 4 times. As Lee Cayenne leaves it short. In the last game, both teams were exchanging missed free throws to start the game. Then things settled in. The post-game press conference, Chris McCullough mentioned how the Dreamers made more free throws. That would have given them a little bit more cushion. Well, looking it up, that is indeed the case. 11 for 21. Zobelton tried to drive, but lost the handle of it. So on the reset, 7 seconds left. Tunsajeji pull-up three. Not bad defense from Joseph Lin, but it didn't matter. Trying to make their headway back. As under 7 minutes, we have our first timeout in the ball game, with the Kings jumping out to a 14-9 lead here in Game 2 of the first round of the Plus League playoffs here in 2024.
酷适客提供的3层真空运动一口瓶。好，谁想玩？让我看看你们的手好不好？来，2楼的观众，2楼的我梦家人来哦。
这里有没有？前面的有吗？有吗？这里有吗？
来哦，2楼，哎呦，这边来哦。
后面的有吗？OK，来这里。
来，我们这边2楼的球迷朋友，2楼的我梦家人，哪边比较踊跃？那边哦，来喽！
好球，谢谢。待会一起记得来我们的中场游戏，继续帮梦想家加油！
没错，等一下拿到小球的我梦家人在第2节倒数5分钟。
Inside Taichung's Intercontinental Basketball Stadium. Thanks for joining the broadcast. Be sure to leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. I'd be impressed if you could figure out how to leave a like while watching it on your television screen. Julian Boyd, his second go-around with the Dreamers, has not seen this season's playoff action yet. As in the Plus League, you can have 4 registered imports in the last third and into the playoffs, and 3 active, 2 on the floor at any time to the coach's choosing. So Jay Chen's deep 3. I want to be assigning it to the wrong player, excuse me. A little bit of a 5-1 run for the Kings, starting with Chris McCullough's layup at 7:22. After the timeout, the Kings were looking for Lewis. Now 4 out as Yang Jiming missing the layup. Chance to run for the Dreamers. McCullough to Marble. 1 man open. Randall Walko from the right corner. He strokes it. Randall Walko returning from injury this season. 2 years ago, a bad knee injury in Kaohsiung, and actually still had things to deal with. Holding foul, face guarding Lewis. So that'll be free throws for the Kings. 周伯成 kind of being challenged here in the first quarter already. Randall Lewis at the line. Good with the first. His regular season, only 17 attempts in a small sample size. The most recent King signing after Ryler Mullins departed from the team just about a week and a half before the registration deadline. In and out with a second. So a chance to tie the game up here in the first as Marble easily crosses one up and slips in for the dunk. I had to look it up thanks to my colleagues at the Plus League. Devin Marble actually got into action against Chris Middleton. 19 minutes in a late season game as that pass off the mark and hitting the LED board. Trying to be a lot of momentum the Dreamers' way, ready to blow. There you see a Marble flying in and looks like a whiff by Joseph there, smartly avoiding the foul. Just off as Austin Day fresh into action. Rebound to his hands. Wide open, and Joseph from the right side. He rattles it home. So a good start for number one. He's guarding Sanjay there on the baseline. As Marble catching it back, starting against Lee Kai-in. And Day, good hands, but poked to a Dreamer. Still 9 seconds on the shot clock. The skip pass to Day Chen, having made one, no good on this one. And it will be Kings basketball after some confusion. Looks like the referees, all three heading one way, but the Kings trying to argue it. You need to look for yourself. It definitely looks like Randall Walco died a little bit above Day. Brushed it out of bounds. Running through the middle, but not a clean catch. Ball on the deck as dive for it. Day Chen, rugby scrum backwards. McCullough up ahead, and a foul. Ball goes in. I don't think they'll count it, but they still could go to the replay. It is called off, but another Dreamers fast break, attacking in space. And I would have to say, indeed, not an unsportsmanlike, though I think the Dreamers fans are rightful to say it might be a case for counting the basket. He didn't exactly start his footwork yet. Still in the dribble. Maybe they got away with one there, but now they have to defend. No fouls, or one foul to give for the Kings. The rest of 4:24. McCullough out muscling, and dropping it in over Day. I guess that would be very literal of going right to Austin Day's chest. Definitely what hurts for the Kings is not only the ball going in, but the foul. McCullough at 5 points. And to 6. Steelers down by just 1. That goes up by Walco, and more Kings free throws. First game, the Kings 10 of 12 from the line. So far in the game, Kings 5 of 8. The Dreamers have only attempted 5 free throws. Austin Day sinking the first free throw. Got another one coming up. He also joined the Kings partway through the season. Actually was a member of the squad last year and departed to his club in Italy, I believe. 13 games played. A would-be league high 88.5% free throw shooter, 23 for 26. Down low as Walko passes it out. Day held onto by Joe in front as now it's Marvel's turn to cook. The dribble pull-up, a little too strong as Joseph Lin will come away with it. Lee Kai-in, the Taitung native himself. Down low to Day, got Doug behind him. He'll try the pull-up. Got it. Austin Day averaging 14 points in 25 minutes per game in the regular season. Marble out on the block to Chris McCullough from the elbow, and a counter by the Dreamers from mid-range. Jeremy recovering, now driving by 2, spinning on Doug. Over to Joe, but the Dreamers do a good job recovering. Kicked out, Day fouled as McCullough hit him on the elbow. So what is usually a very, shall we say, proactive Dreamers first row of fans. We're rather mute about that foul, and definitely the referees got it right. More free throws for Austin Day. This time it's going to be for 3. In game 1, he had 7 points and 7 rebounds, 0 trips to the free throw line. The Kings still in control of this one, but not by much. Dreamers indeed countering back partway through this first quarter. Out of Gonzaga, Austin Day with a 3rd free throw attempt here. 5th in the quarter. Across to Doug, left wide open, he overshoots it. Jinho in the last game got on the floor and went 0 for 4 from deep. Joseph in the middle of all places as Jeremy trying to put the moves on Randall Walko in the baseline. Look what I found. It's a sweet dish to James Susishin. Call him a big sushi as 2 years ago. Nice interception. No, a holding foul. Kind of trying to battle it out with McCullough there. And the referee will have a conversation all the way on the other side with Coach Ryan Marchand. Wasn't a very long one. Another look. You can kind of see that left hand doing some of that work on the backside. Sure, he'll say that Chris McCullough is doing things to him. A little bit of a tug on that right arm of McCullough. More free throws for the... I gotta check myself. For the Dreamers. Chris McCullough's free throw shooting is going to become a little bit of an issue in this one. A second miss. The leading scorer for the Dreamers right now with 8. He does make the adjustment. Dreamers back out of a double of Jeremy, even though he picked up his dribble. Joe probing and back passing to Day. Got a good look and downs it. Austin Day from top, and that makes it a 10-point lead for the Kings. Monty going down the middle, and 2 whistles come. At the same time, Dreamer went down on the screening action. Austin Day feeling good in this one. Get another look at Day swiping down. A bunch of bodies got involved with that one. 3rd personal foul by Day, so as efficient as he is shooting, Coach Marchand also starts to have to manage his foul count and his playing time. BG2 making the first free throw on the season of 15.5 points per game. And an 81% free throw shooter. Looking out on the court, the Kings have Kenny Manigault and Susu Shin, their bigs. They have Wendell Lewis ready to check in, and the free throw is good, so he'll come on in at the same time as Brandon Gilbeck. So just for a free throw, they were very small, but I think we're kind of settling into natural positions now. Joe slipping with it and got the dribble back. Now to Jeremy, weaving, stopping, trying to get a through pass as Doug diving, and look out. Swirling into the ref, swirling into some of the baseline courtside fans. 5.5 on the shot clock for the Kings. You see Jeremy try to beat it through in the smallest of corners, and great effort, but in vain. He had the good hands to Jen Hall there. Jeremy on the pull, slipping it behind, but right to Randall Walco. One man to beat. Randy taking the contact off target as Wendell Lewis will start a break. Spinning to Manigault, trying to find the space, and a 3-second call. Wendell Lewis, I think, was fighting for a rebound. And a good stop by the Dreamers in transition. A tough contest on one side and a good stop by the Dreamers on the other. Got a hand on it and about to race down and get a little showtime in front of his cousin, but not this time. Ball out of bounds. Showing on Achi. Jump pass to Gilbeck in the middle of 3 with the left hand. Gets it to go fall. Under a minute to play. Looking up at the board, Brandon Gilbeck's now joined the scoring fray. Lee Cayenne on the catch and shoot. That's money. Giving a sense that a lot of players are having a much better second game than first. Gilbeck out to Doug. He strokes it. Making it a game. A 33-27 is the score. Jeremy holding for last possession with Randall Walker in front. Out of a double, Kenny Manigault going power quickly to Joe. Didn't even got the handles on it. Had a good effort. Could have been a good play. I don't really fault Joe for that. It was a tight pass. A lot of mustard on it. So 33 for the Kings, 27 for the Dreamers here in Game 2 of this playoff series.
黑白脆，黑白脆，黑白脆，等等人配。恭喜你获得我们法大炸鸡的法大炸鸡套餐，记得去兑换哦。恭喜！好，有你手，我们前进寻找下一位对手。啊，有你手，选好了吗？好，就是你了，来了哦。黑白脆，等等人配，黑白脆，黑白脆，黑白脆，脆，等等人配，黑白脆，等等人配。好，恭喜有你手获胜，但是我们还是请我们的我梦家人吃法大炸鸡套餐。好，现在大家应该都知道要发生什么事情了吧？新北国王的球迷，你们在哪里？有没有新北国王的球迷？来了哦，来势汹汹了哦，黑白菜了哦。好，拿出你的气势来了，黑白菜，等等你的配，黑白菜，等等你的配，黑白菜，等等你的配，黑白菜，黑白菜，等等你的配，黑白菜，黑白菜，黑白菜，等等你的配，黑白菜，等等你的配。黑白菜，等等人配，没关系，我们请我们新北来的球迷吃法大炸鸡套餐，记得去兑换。
Welcome back to the broadcast. The Dreamers, after one quarter play, have a 6-point lead. They're on the floor ready to go. The Dreamers just broke the huddle. Joseph Lin, so far 1 for 2 from the field with a made three-pointer. That last two inside, like I said, didn't exactly have the handle on it, but did put it off the backboard and on the rim. Very close. Would have been a great last possession to create more breathing room. Meanwhile, on the Dreamer side, a little bit of a run in the end. Brandon Gilbeck receiving a pass, finishing for two, and then Jim Hall with a three-pointer. First quarter for the Kings, pretty hot from the field. 9 of 12, including 10 of 13 from the line. Alley-oop, Brandon Gilbeck rushing it out. Intended target to Lewis. But the Dreamers got their turnover situation under control. Buchanan probing with the footwork. And the shot clock will expire. Would have been a great move, but I guess you can give credit to the Dreamers for having a great internal clock. Marble driving, flipping up, and a whistle coming all the way from a trail comes in. Was Lee Kai-yin, and I would have to agree with that call. Jeremy pretty solid all the time with the help. He didn't make the contact. It was Lee Kai-yin pushing Marble off balance. Devin Marble, 2 points in the first quarter. Now upping his personal total to 3. Native out of Michigan, ended up going to Iowa for university. Jeremy will line up a shot, off target. Two were going to contest him. Might have been tripped up there. Two on Marble as they pass it out. Kai-yin now back down as the help is successful, but Brandon Gilbeck rushing it in. Looks like Coach Marchand will be calling to his bullpen. Hong Zi-san checking in at the scores table. Joe, Kyle out to Jeremy. His shot is up and a beautiful swish. Gilbeck in the middle, double and triple team as Walker quick fire three. What an answer! Joe holding into space, now fading away with the right hand. That's the kind of Joseph Lin we were expecting. Down low pass, Gilbeck eventually collecting, spinning over the left shoulder. I mean, what a nice finish. Just off as the Dreamers will try to tie it up or go ahead. Slip pass, but end up in the hands of a King. Not on the same page. Out to Jeremy from 32 feet, dancing out as it looks like we'll be going the other way. Now Venti called back, and Susujin in for Kyle. Looks like a line change for the Dreamers. Only Brendan Gilbeck left in it seems. Anji with McCullough on the screen. Catching her way deep. Jeremy has his pick of targets as McCullough intercepts. Ball puffing up Susujin to Ling Jingji. A little bit of mix-up. Kenny Chen going to the basket. On the reverse, missing just so close. Bunch of bodies going down there as Jeremy from about 12 feet out. Wendell Lewis spinning and calming things down, connecting on that hook shot. A lot of work for the Towel boys and girls in this game. With Manigault guarding. Slowly maneuver to the middle. He's got the switch. Dreamers space out. 3 seconds. Spinning. Ball on the deck as Jeremy will collect. Ends up being a dribble turnover by number 11. And he's trying to keep pace and a holding foul. Lose the basketball. There it is. Here you see that left arm go to the chest. Now Hong Ji-san will check in. And number 11 Tank will come into play center. Lots more action going on. Remember, the rule is once you sub a player in, as a funny enough, Jeremy's coming on with a towel. Looks like we have a bleeding situation. Looks like they're ready to go, though. So immediately going at Ling Jingji. 2 fresh faces to the series. Tank looking for a target. It's Jeremy. Maneuvering right, flipping it up. Susujin back to Manigault. What an acrobatic pass, but Kenny Manigault leaving it just short. Finally, the light turned off on the backboard as driving kick by the Dreamers. Athletic finish by Chris McCullough. Clutching in the air, and we have a timeout by the Kings. Coach Marchand trying to communicate something with his staff. We'll go to a break and get a little bit of a reset as the Dreamers find themselves down by 2 here in the second.
直接输入答案就可以了，就有机会获得由 Area 02提供的 Retro High OG Lost and Found。题目呢？题目就是我梦球员谁是第一个投进3分球的？直接输入答案就可以了。谁是我梦里面投进第一个3分球的？赶快输入答案。 加入 Area 02官方 LINE 账号，直接输入答案就可以了。好，来点提示吧。是后卫0号，是后卫0号，本土球员，好不好？赶快拿起你的手机。
This season's Plus League playoff merch can only be acquired by heading into the playoff games and buying from the physical store. It looks like Gavin Nielsen, Chinese Taipei's #1 guy in the last few FIBA windows, is in the building trying to play it cool. Joined by other hopeful Chinese Taipei national team players. The gentleman with the collared shirt is Tai Chenggang. And sitting nearby is Liu Chenxun, both of those guys from Jianxing University, a basketball powerhouse here in the Taiwan's collegiate level. They're older classmates. We call them 学长. We have number 10 Jian Youzhe with the Kings and number 11 Aji. And rookie this season, I gotta look it up, I haven't seen him very much. Number 10, Ding Guanhao. Right out of the timeout, looking like bad news. As Aji will dry off his hands. Get another look at him kind of running into the basketball as Joe put a hand out. Gotta work on his acting skills. That was called for an unsportsmanlike. Now, and the Kings might say, hey, is that a kickball situation? The kickballs more or less have to be intentional, as I'm looking out there. Looks like Chris McCullough is getting some advice by the fan in the first row. Wendell Lewis in the middle, Austin Day and Jeremy flanking him on the bench. I'm trying to consider this a rather rotated side as Aji missing 2 free throws. Well, that's got to sap a little bit of energy from this home crowd. Handoff game. 2 are shading McCullough as he takes a tough turnaround. Tank screening, now flipping as he powers through one, can't get the roll. Guanham sacrificed his body there as, like a bolt of lightning, Kenny Chen lays it in. That's the Dreamers withstanding, despite missing 2 free throws and not getting any points. Get their points just delayed. See Kenny Chen driving through and a soft touch too. Jianhao, he looks like he has a lot of energy, showing off the moves there. Only 2 fouls apiece on the quarter as the Kings will inbound out of the baseline. A big collision and a whistle is called. Jeremy trying to get free. looks like we have the same alignment. Kenny Chen guarding Jeremy on the inbound. But this time it's Wendell Lewis nearby. And handoff, but now Jeremy catching and going reverse to the baseline, slipping a pass all the way through to the Dreamers bench. Not quite on the same page there. Backing down Jeremy, but ball getting away. Right to Chris McCullough. I don't think the Dreamers mind that too much. Going again, tied up again. Forcing a tough shot, no. And on this side, Devin Marble guarding Jeremy. Down low to Lewis. Shooting it over, it's Overton, utilizing the backboard. So we have a tie ball game at 40 as a little bit of contact, not called. And it's Venti, I think he was off ball, getting pretty fired up here. A lot of first half left to go as Venti says hello to the home fans and immediately hugs Aji. You can't be doing that. How about from the corner? Bouncing out. Lewis collecting the rebound. Overton in front of him. Picked up his dribble, 5 seconds left. Young Jimmy's turn. He's got a step on Luka. Down low to Lewis. It looks like they ran out of time. Assist by Lee Kayan to avoid that basketball hitting the scorer's table. Good stop for the Dreamers again. Forcing another 24-second violation. So you could say Chris McCullough timed that one up perfectly. McCullough stopping and popping. A tough shot made. Down the baseline, held by McCullough. McCullough goes by the nickname Chris. Just straight up missing on that left-hand swipe, and so he's sent to the free throw line. If he hits the basketball, of course, has a good chance of stripping him and being a successful defensive possession. On the bench for a little bit, he's in. Yang Jiming, two-time MVP of the Plus League regular season, has played in 2 finals. First year with the Dreamers, then last season with the Kings. McCullough with his second personal foul to stay in the ball game. Jeremy a little bit too rough with the push. Talk about wanting to win a ball game. That's a good example of it. Jeremy just had his sights set on guarding his man, and so that player was just in the way. Ball go to inbound. The score is Kings 43, Dreamers 42. About 4.5 minutes left to go. Brandon Gilbeck steps up the screen. Now Randall Walco on the Spain. He drives a runner up and in. Jeremy to Lee Kayan in the corner. Manigault on the wing. And he moves on, pushing up a runner. As Brandon Gilbeck smartly passing it off, but the Dreamers just get by on the timeline. Marble hit, almost had it. Bad transition defense by the Kings. They were kind of committed to like an impromptu press, and they ended up paying for it. That's the Kings' 5th foul on the quarter. Looks like Wendell Lewis is quite cast there. So at the line, Devin Marble. Not having as easy a go in this game. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. That's good, but only 1 of 7 from the floor. Previously 2 for 2 from the line, missing the first. We'll step up to another one. And again, doesn't have much confidence at the line. Way off with that shot, but Wendell Lewis chasing it. Now Jimmy in the paint, going into a turnaround. And surprise, surprise. No Dreamers jumped up to contest. Devin Marble, how about from the outside? Yes. That was just the deal. He needed a tougher shot to take. Dreamers up by 2 as Yang Jingming probing and shooting. He's going again, and there the whistle comes as several players go down. Now Jeremy in a heap on the floor. Had a collision with Brandon Gilbeck. Lee Kayan, I think, went down on the other side as Marble is making the drive. Hopefully it's just a bad owie with Jeremy and nothing structural. The Dreamers, funny enough, had a little bit of a huddle on the sideline opposite to their bench. Get another look. And Lee Kayan taking the fall on one side, and Brandon Gilbeck kind of running in there, running into Jeremy. Devin Marble driving all the way down the court and walking back. Dreamers should await these 2 free throws coming up. That was definitely just an unfortunate situation because the foul occurred first, it seemed, and then the Jeremy and Gilbeck collision took place. So Marble made the adjustment. Released to the right, but had just the right spin and arc. Devin Marble putting the Dreamers up by 4. Jeremy on the curl. Jay Chen's turn to guard him. The deep 3 on its way. Long chase as Lee Kayan winning the dodgeball volley there against Randall Walco. minutes to go here in the first half is a foul on the baseline. Again, Jeremy ended up on the deck. We'll see who it's against. Brandon Gilbeck is heading out. Not looking too pleased with what happened there. Now, the Dreamers could definitely argue that it was just a collision and the screen was legal and he was just trying to get through, but the referees are also responsible for keeping everybody safe, and with Jeremy going down so close to the basket, he's kind of taken out of the play and in a dangerous spot. No substitutions ready to go. The referee's trying to manage it. Lewis with a towel trying to dry off his arms. Vikayan will check out. Jeremy good with the first, fighting through, I'm sure, a decent amount of bruising. So far, perfect from the line. Until that, oh, I'm sorry, the broadcast jinx. And the walk goes down low to McCullough, but two guarding. Quick move down low, into the force, the defender. Dobleton does get it out as Walko taking a forced shot. But Dreamers are back. Down low to Lewis. A lot of help nearby. Throw play, but Yang Jimin covered to Susishin. Tripping and falling. Doesn't matter the style point. It's a bucket for Susishin. McCullough trying to beat the entire Kings defense there. And he does so. From the elbow, short, Wendell Lewis to Dobleton. Thankfully everyone's all right, but it's the Dreamers going the other way. Pull-up three on the way, in and out. Back and forth and back and forth. We got a good one, folks. Show on the screen, but Kenny Manigault's got a little bit of space, putting it up before a miss. Got the ball back, faked the pass, and out of bounds. The Kings rightfully are looking for a whistle. Again, Kings baseline out of bounds. Post up, but Yang Jimin losing the handle of it, and the whistle comes from the backside. Pretty much guaranteed the Kings are still going to go at Jerry, despite getting the compliments and playing a pretty good game one. Oh, that was Chris McCullough that was passed up. Devin Marble from the side with a swipe. Yang Jimin does work the best from the top of the arc. One-point game. Day Chen driving on Jeremy on the contest. After a couple fakes, a beautiful floater. Now he's back on defense. 2-for-1 opportunity going by the wayside. Kings are going to set something up. The painted area. Chen got an open catch in 3, a big bounce, top the basketboard. Dreamers can go up by 2 possessions, 12 seconds left here in the first half. Body blow after body blow, but it's McCullough probing left and right, swirling around and overshooting, but a whistle does come. 1.5 seconds just about when the call was made. 1.28 as Austin Day tried to help out his teammates, but paid for it with a 4th foul. You see Manigault going the other way. I don't know if Austin Day could consider himself being vertical there. I'm just joking. Wendell Lewis will come in to hopefully secure this rebound if it will come, as McCullough sinking that first one. Chris McCullough, former King back in season 2. 1 second left from the 3/4 score. Gave it a good chance, but it bounced over the head of our Mandarin broadcast colleague. So 55-50 for the Dreamers through 1/2 of play. Slugging it out against the new Taipei Kings. We'll go to break and break things down at halftime here from Taichung.
22号的林小姐。
F 区11排22号，帮我举个手好不好？
来，帮我们来到场旁边。
好，究竟在季后赛有没有办法把10万元带回家呢？
是的，来第2位，我们
来第2位，
丹尼。
哇，这个柔的。信赖2楼 L4 区5排1号，2楼 L4 区哦。好，看到你的举手了，赶快下来找我们工作人员报到。
是的，我们刚才第1位再讲一次好不好？
好
1楼 F 区11排22号林小姐在不在？
再念一次哦，如果不在就 pass
1楼 F 区11排22号，最后一次。
有没有呢
？1楼 F 区11排22，恭喜你！
好，赶快下来找我们工作人员报到。好，那我们 Area 02的突袭任务已经选出获奖者，并回传讯息了，所以大家可以拿出你的手机来检查你是不是那位幸运的梦想家人。
那是哪一个幸运得主呢？
好，检查手机的话，你们应该就会看到，但是我还是来念一下好了。好，是 WEICHENG，WEICHENG。
恭喜！
好，今天赛事结束前到梦想服务处领取 Area 02所提供的好礼啦。
哇，真是棒
！OK， 要来进行我们的中场游戏了。有大朋友、小朋友，我们8位梦想家人来我们的场中间。
是。
好，今天你们8位是一队，你们要一起完成任务 ，OK 吗？好，刚刚应该已经分过组了，会有第1棒到第8棒，所以等一下奇数组帮我站在这边，偶数组帮我站在这边。规则非常简单。等一下，第1棒呢，从这边出发，会 S 型运球 ，S 型绕过我们 Quexico 的脚锥，上篮之后上篮，球要进哦。上篮完之后再 S 型绕过这边，绕过我们这边 Quexico 的脚锥，然后第2棒。
Welcome back to the broadcast. We'll see about this dribbling and shooting challenge out on the floor. After 2 quarters or a half of basketball, the Kings are down by 5 as before heading into the locker rooms. Jeremy and Venti and Coach Ryan Marchand having a little bit of a conference, talking through their strategy. They scored 33 points in the first quarter, held to just 17 in the second quarter, versus the Dreamers, 27 then 28 points in the 2 quarters respectively. Xiaohu and Tian Hui on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, taking care of you guys here on the English broadcast. There we have the combined team statistics: points, field goal shooting, 3-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. And from here, kind of the thing that stood out was the Kings very hot from 3-point land in the first quarter, going 5 for 6. So they only went 1 for 10 in the second quarter. Good news is 6 players have made threes, but the bad news is that's 6 players with 1 made three. They've secured a few more rebounds in the game, but have also committed more turnovers. I believe it was 7 in the second quarter. Now the other side of things, the Kings are still playing very physical defense themselves, and it kind of seems like the Dreamers have defaulted to Chris McCullough and Devin Marble an awful lot in the first half of play as we start to look at some of the highlights from the first half of play. Not to say that other Dreamers haven't joined the scoring fray. Of the 10 players to make it on the floor, 8 have gotten on the scoreboard. Now, for the foul situation, one thing that's notable, including that man there, Austin Day, pretty hot shooting hand in tonight's action. But he's got 4 personal fouls, the 4th one coming pretty close to the end of the first half. On the other side, Brandon Gilbeck, the Dreamer center and a defensive centerpiece, has 3 personal fouls, only 9 minutes played. So we're going to expect that the Kings will continue to try to involve it in pick and rolls. Now, interestingly enough, because the Dreamers have Devin Marble and Chris McCullough kind of initiating and then finishing a lot of the offense, doesn't seem like they're going to be playing as tight up to the ball handlers they like to be, usually against local guards. Now, perhaps due to the fouling situation, perhaps considering fatigue, Venti and Tank for the Kings have made it on the floor, but it's not been for long. We'll get to leading scorers in the next segment after this.
参赛者都帮我们来到场中间。我们应该是有在5分钟内完成任务吧？
没错，轻轻松松啊！
刚才完全就行云如水，很简单。
好，恭喜！来，我们这8位我梦家人帮我到场中间来。
往前一步，往前一步，然后看一下前方。来，
恭喜我们每一位梦想家人都可以获得我们 Quexico 酷适客提供价值3500块的3层真空运动一口瓶以及机能水壶包。
哇，恭喜！
恭喜恭喜，真的是非常非常棒的礼物，我自己也有，我超爱。
好，一样，看一下前方。
好，看一下前方摄影机，来，我们一起合张照，1、2、3。好，再一张，哎，我们紧一点，我们紧密一点，来。好，有吗？有吗 ？OK 吗 ？OK 吗？来，3，再一张，来，我们看看前方的摄影机。好
，OK， 好的，谢谢。
好，谢谢我们所有参与的梦想家人，也谢谢 Formosa Sexy。
哇，非常厉害！哇，没想到我们的梦想家人每一位进到球场都要会上篮，是不是？
而且很准哎。
哎呀，轻轻松松，
轻轻松松，又快又狠。
感觉我这样子开始要练一下。
你随时会被 Q。
我好害怕，我希望那一天不要来。
我觉得你可以。
不要，没关系，谢谢了。
好，我们最后2分钟的时候，我们再回到球场。
是的，希望今天梦想10万元能如期的送出去。
是的，好，
2分钟。
我们等等见。
Take off that button. Don't catch me speaking on no M, nigga. You ain't gon' know if I done done it. Or them son, I'm celebrating what I accomplished. I'ma pop it constantly. Flew this bad bitch in from London. She like how I'm coming. Dressing snazzy, talking country. Got her hooked on phonics. Call me toxic, but she can't keep me from out her stomach. Love this shit. I got all these hoes requesting toxic dick. Say, fucking her for years. She can't post my bitch. 5D, around, pretend stick. Slide through, come back, hit your bitch. Yeah, I got all these hoes requesting toxic dick. That's all they want. Fucking her for years, better not post a pic. Better not do it, finger itching, trying to hit something with that switch. Slide through, come back, took the bitch. Gone. Bitch ain't speaking on the business, keep it low. Snatch a whip, that's a double R. Rolls Royce truck, in my ear.
We have about 5.5 minutes to go before the start of the second half with the Dreamers unicorn mascot hanging out with the fans here on the floor level. There's the leading scores for the Kings. Austin Day leading him with 10 points. Yang Ji-Ming getting another start with 9 points. Jeremy with 8. Wendell Lewis starting at center with 5. And Joseph Lin has come on and made a couple shots for 5 points himself. So Austin Day getting the highlight package in the first half. You kind of figured that with those early shots going down, they might go to a little bit more of getting him involved with ghosting ball screens and popping out like that. Chris McCullough leading the Dreamers with 17 points, followed by Devin Marbles 9, Randall Walker with 8, Brandon Gilbeck with 6 points, and Jay Chen hit a big 3 early in the game, and another tough floater for his 5 points. The Dreamers, because of the tight defense by the Kings on their point guard Ling Jingji, have seen Chris McCullough handle the rock a lot more. And with his pretty solid free throw shooting, at least tonight, maybe that'll be the case for a lot of the rest of the way. Shifty enough and strong enough to take and make those tough finishes in amongst a crowd of Kings defenders. But no import rotations for either team. We'll see how they do in the second half to determine Game 2 here in the first round playoff series.
Showing ass and cheeks. She's a walking bag of money. She's a masterpiece. So when she running game on you, she's an athlete. Hat trick, gave 3 hoes 3 stacks a piece. And every time I get the hit, she get that bread from me.
Look, big ol' ass is heavy. Shake that shit like jelly. Put me on your plate and serve that shit up like spaghetti. Man, I make this shit look easy. I ain't trying, I just feeling. I ain't never met a hoe I felt like I had to compete with. This the type of booty make a nigga drop his bitch. Wait, this the type of ass when I get home, he washing dishes.
Niggas get on y'all ass, y'all play with me like I ain't worse. Tryna gossip other blocks like y'all ain't said my name first. He a junkie, he ain't shot his gun, yeah, he blame perks. Shot a video and had a shootout in the same shirt. What you know about popping out and trying to hit they face first? They like smirk your ass be tripping, better put your case first. Choking who? I heard the rumors, niggas better play slow. I don't want no niggas who you catch, I want the one I paid for. We on this ass, he in the age, you see how long they stay for. Ain't no hotel room, we pop outside the height with Dracos. Hellcats, they get off any scene, the police chase those. Trolling ass, we shot your homie, we ain't know he can take those. If I say your name, don't post it, I be on all kind of shit. Ain't got time to watch your page to see if niggas die to shit. I know bitches set you up, literally niggas down to hit. In this industry ain't what it seem, this shit be counterfeit. Ain't no lagging, she say I'm a nigga from the trenches with an accent. Why you asking me who shot your homie, why you asking? You got my number, you post it on the gram, you moving.
好的，最后2分钟会进行今天 天的梦想10万元。那我们今天梦想10万会不会奖入大家的幸运手中呢？就今天帮这个幸运得主2位一起加油。
希望季后赛可以把它送出去，好不好？
是的，
奇迹的发生。
嘿，一样，我们的优尼兽有没有在现场？在我们场上了吗？来帮我们指引一下，我们梦想 Golf 的终点在哪里？看到终点10万元就在那边，好不好？
来看向优尼兽的手指。
是的，
他指的地方就是你要推。来，我们来问一下，
哎，
帅哥，你打过高尔夫吗？Switch。
哦，可以，
差不多的概念。
加油，可以。
反正就是挥出去就对了，直直的推进了10万元就是你的，
就是你的。意向训练从现在开始，10万是你的，10万是你的，加油！
没错，意念的训练，红包来了，
来加油！
来，我们也不用太大力，也不要太小力啊
，fighting！
准备好就开始我们的 walk 走过去，好，准备好 ，go！ 究竟，哦，很直哦，很直，
很直，好直啊！哇！
差一点点，看看我们凯总拍自己的胸脯，好险，好险！
有史以来最近，而且你停在那里耶，太扯了。
100,000 NT.
Switch 是秘诀吗
Maybe just 3 or 4 inches off.
10万是我的，10万是我的。
Those second prizes aren't that enticing. Only 500 NT for the Dreamer store. Yeah, for sure going for the slot in the middle. We have just moments to go before the start of the second half. The last bit of note-taking I had from the first half of play, Kenny Chen has played very minimal time out on the floor, but maybe he's saved by Coach Proman for like final possessions of quarters to guard Jeremy. Now Aji, only 2 field goal attempts and missing his last 2 free throws, but I'm kind of wondering if because Brandon Gilbeck's been out, without his screening, they can't really go to that pick and roll that they love to do. Now Jeremy held to a rather modest 8 points on only a 2 of 8 shooting. Maybe he'll get hot in the second half, as our experience from the game 1 is he came out of the game quarter 1 tired, but then had full of energy in quarter 3. It probably helped to see the basketball go through the net a few times. Now both teams are doing a great job getting back in transition. Don't have a ton of fast break points, although you know both teams want to get out and run and attack in space. That's really the reality for all teams in the Plus League. Kenny Manigault playing in front of his younger cousin Chris Middleton in the building. Sitting next to the Dreamers, oh no, excuse me, the Kings bench here in the Dreamers Stadium. Looking out on the floor, both teams with the same starting 5 as the start of the game. Little flare screen and now rescreen. Jeremy Gilbeck for Aji, but the Kings do a good job recovering. Kenny to Lu Guanyang from the left corner, off the mark as Gilbeck over top. Now Aji will try. Now, despite getting an open look, still over on the series. Wendell Lewis with Brandon Gilbeck and Chris McCullough in the vicinity, as a tough layup forced to a miss. McCullough, a tough fadeaway, short, as running in there was Ryan, and back to Brandon Gilbeck and couldn't get it to go. So 3 straight stops by the 2 teams combined. Soft double ball screen for Yang Jingming as Jeremy attacks going left. Back to Yang Jingming on the catch and shoot, still no good. Points in the paint were 24 to 14 for the Dreamers. Kenny Chen offers from the right corner and a big bounce out to the Dreamers again. Aji running into Jeremy and just an out of bounds. Hopefully everybody's all right. You see Jeremy rightfully in time and into the spot. Same right to left action, but this time in a three-man game. Manny Galt kicking it to Su Shin from the right corner. Has got time and too strong. Missed one late in the first half, though he had a decent look. Hook pass, but Muguanyang attacking on the dribble. Flipping it down low, Kenny on the dribble. Somehow in the trees, he fouled. Kenny Chen listed at 186 centimeters tall. That's about 6'1.5". Not easy to make a living down low, but got the foul there. Free throw woes continue. Kenny Chen with a streaking layup in the first half, his only score. Getting the second one to fall. Setting up left, now going right and spinning around. A foul comes as takes an awkward fall, thankfully all right. You see the kind of cat and mouse game between these two, with Jeremy kind of opening up his options now by going left a little bit more. Sometimes it's just to set up the right, but kind of still need to have it in the defender's mind. This time he's at point as Yang Jiming attacking on the curl. A couple of dribbles, just off. Only the one free throw make for our second half scoring up to this point. Aji screen for ball getting away, and up ahead is Lewis. In between a couple, a whistle comes. Could this be the chance Kings get on the board in the second half? You see Wendell Lewis kind of backpedaling before turning his hips to run. Had the good hands there. Achi kind of reached in. Be a little unlucky there, but making Wendell Lewis earn it from the line. Lewis had 5 points, 2 of 2 from two-point range, and 1 of 2 at the line before this attempt. No luck there. How about a second? Maybe this will turn into game one, a kind of low-scoring second half. Dreamers had a combined 40 points. Oh no, Kings had a combined 40 points. Dreamers only 36. The regular season average was about 94.5 points as Mainstream G steps into one and he catches it from outside. Brandon Gilbeck on the screen assist. Now on the switch, Jeremy got one in the air, now going to the handoff game, firing away from plus range, just off. Lewis with the board between his wickets. Chance to run for the Dreamers. No, Achi from outside, leaving it short, chasing his own board. Going right away to a right-handed hook. I didn't realize Achi was working on his sky hook. guarding Chen from that rebounding spot as Kenny Manigault unable to finish from outside. McCullough on Manigault from the elbow, ball getting away. Jeremy should get credit for this steal. Kings down by 8. As you see all those turnovers on the game, and an offensive foul is called. Yang Jingming with his back toward the basket. Getting a look at him running into Kenny Chen in position. I would say good call by the officials. Tip for officials or possible officials out there. You want to keep your eyes on the defense, and you would have saw Kenny Chen arrive at the spot before Yang Jingming did. McCullough lost the dribble, and we're going the other way. Up to this point in the third, only one Ling Jingji three-point made. Looking at that, but Chen put it on the deck. Lewis down low, and he misses the dunk. And missing again, not called for the basket interference, and coming away with nothing. Not the first dunk Wendell Lewis has missed, but certainly 2 in a row is not a good look. A golden opportunity missed. They need to get back in the game. Yang Jingming quick with the shot as Brendan Gilbeck saves it before falling out of bounds. Dreamers will slow play it as Randall Walko picked up the dribble. I was going to say, Wendell Lewis was hanging on the rim. It was still shaking. Could have been called for interference on that second effort. McCullough ball on the deck as swatted out of bounds. So both squads will talk it over as we're in our TV timeout. Teams will definitely get way more physical with this low-scoring affair now in the third. We'll be back after the following messages.
还没穿起来的家人们，赶快穿上，准备一起像小石还有小何一样，让我们看到你们穿起来的样子，帮梦想家大力应援啦！没错，就是你们弟弟们。没错，兴奋的同时，让我看到你们的胸口，让我看到你们的 T 恤，还有这个可爱的一家人。 来，帮我们看到你们的 T 恤，梦想家的球衣也是 OK 的，一起让我们看到我无所惧。那个爸爸跟儿子大力的秀出来，没错，爸爸就是这样子。两位可爱的弟弟秀出来的同时，也可以把它穿起来。
It's been a tough go here in the third quarter. The visiting New Taipei Kings only have 1 point on a free throw. The Dreamers have Ling Jingji's three-pointer thanks to a pick and roll with Brandon Gilbeck. They are 1 for 9 and the Kings 0 for 10. A relief for the Kings as they forced 5 Dreamers turnovers. As expected, substitutions made out of the timeout. Perhaps guys already seated at the scorer's table. Austin Day to inbound to Joseph Lin. Devin Marble will be guarding Day. Doug guarding Yang Jingming. Through pass, an eventual bump, and a foul. BG2 trying to recover and ended up bumping Austin Day. If Austin Day kept his footing, this wouldn't be a foul, though. Certainly you see going to the baseline in a little bit of trouble, but if there's no defender there, theoretically Austin Day would have been upright, so foul makes sense. Couldn't really take it away, otherwise it would have been a Kings turnover. Ling Junji will head to the bench. His third personal foul as Day trying to go to work against Marble. Up close, Brandon Gilbeck swats it, but a foul is called. I think it'll be on Devin Marble. The crowd excited, and rightfully so for the Brandon Gilbeck block, but there was a wrap at first, and a hand to the elbow. How about Austin Day to get the Kings started in the second half? But he misses. After Wendell Lewis went 1 for 2, Austin Day hoping to split this pair of free throws. Initially was perfect 5 for 5 in the first half. Getting to the basket is Brandon Gilbeck with an easy dunk. So the Dreamers lead right now at 9 points. Day and Manigault on the side. Dreamers recover, but out to Day. His three on the way short. Chance to increase it to a double-digit lead as no, but Joseph Lin coming in there and a foul against Gilbeck. He would have had the offensive rebound. Understandably frustrated King squad. So far in the third quarter, the Dreamers have 4 offensive rebounds. They're in the blue t-shirt, that's Tony Mitchell. Hasn't seen playoff action yet. And Brandon Gilbeck, wayward with that free throw. Get a look during the timeout. Talking up Wendell Lewis. They still need him for the rest of the way. Brandon Gilbeck utilizing the bounce. Dreamers now at a 10-point lead here at home. Joseph Lin on the ball screen, probing, now backing out. Over to Yang Qingming through the middle, over Brandon Gilbeck, and welcome to the first New Taipei Kings field goal of the half. Day face guarding, now getting behind Gilbeck as Chen looks to him on the post. Tough pass, ball getting away as quite handsy there. Chen will get helped up and head the other way. Take another look at extracurriculars there by Yang Qingming. Joseph Lin on the pop, no. Gilbeck playing high above Kenny Manigault for the board. Devin Marble after the ball screen, that one's no good. Looking at the foul count, Dreamers 4, Kings 3 as ball gets away. And Walco in a 4-on-3 will slow it up. Not that confident in his dribble right now, stuck in a corner. No player timeout. Seems like Randall Walco needs to be reminded of the rules. Only under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter or under 2 minutes in overtime can you call the player timeout. So good job by Lee Kai-in there to force that turnover. So under 4 minutes to play. Kings don't want to be setting the low single quarter score in a playoff game. Yang Jingming with Jay Chen on him. Popping toward the middle, ball out of bounds, and they just say Dreamers basketball. No foul, no tip by the defense. You know, look, Jay Chen, maybe you could say Yang Jingming got away with the elbow around the back. So just an out of bounds. Chen Zhenjie in the first game of this series. 2 points, 5 rebounds. A horn set by the Dreamers as Marble. A lot of defensive attention and still drops it in on Lee Kai-in's defense. The margin is back to 10 as Jeremy, the intended target. I didn't realize that Joseph Lin pass was so hard it knocked McCullough over. Neither team has taken any of their team full timeouts. Here you get a look at Devin Marble going to work. Hard to guard that if you're just about 6 foot tall Lee Kai-in. Devin Marble stands at about 6'6", with much longer wingspans. And Lee Kai-in getting McCullough down as his three is in. He hits it from the left wing, and maybe that's the thing to wake the Kings up. Chen, in the regular season, a decent defender against McCullough. They're on the weak side as Jay Chen. Triple fake, his three, no. Day, sweet hook passes. Jeremy going right at Walco, going to the other side, swatted out. And Jeremy going to the deck. Might want to take another look at that one. It'll be Kings basketball with 19 seconds on the shot clock. You definitely figured that Jeremy might take Randall Walco, and there you see, maybe pushed in the back by Marble, but the lead official, no way to see that. I would say that would be a very dirty play by Devin Marble. He had a significant push. Day on the baseline catch and shoot. A little bit too strong. The other way is Jeremy trying to hound Devin Marble. Screen, his jumper, another one. Chen working with Kyle in the handoff. They got a little bit of space. Rising and fighting, the foul comes, the big bounce, and bouncing out. G visibly upset. I'd imagine it's with himself more than that call. Fourth personal. You see Devin Marble utilizing the screen this time. Lee Kai-in making the first. Born out of Taichung, went to Division II Xingwu Keda. Kings did a nice piece about his formative basketball years. So Haji out, Ryan in. clearing some space as small to small screen, getting Jeremy involved. Dribble is picked up, only 5 seconds left. McCullough stopped by Joe, going to Jerry. I don't think it'll count. Just a beat too late. Would have been a nice play between McCullough and Zilboa there. Looks like Austin Day needed to be reminded. 24 seconds, is the sideline out of bounds? No big deal, they're ready to go. You see Aji leaning against the LED board. That's not exactly an appropriate spot. The referees haven't addressed it yet. Skip pass is took away by Chris McCullough's long limbs. Only about 80 seconds left in the quarter. On the switch, Ryan going to the middle, taking a tough fadeaway. That's halfway down but out. Fushin 2 feet in the paint, kicking it out, kicking it around. Joe keeping his balance, but losing the basketball. So back the Dreamers come, trying to again get it back to a double-digit lead. Didn't roll the right way, ball gets away. Right the other way, Kyle streaking through, he gets the lay-in. So as poorly as the Kings offense has gone in the third quarter, they really could still be pretty proud of the defense. Jeremy forced to the corner, one man coming through, back and forth. Jeremy's side turnaround, so burying the two as the Kings have cut the deficit to 3. Last possession here in the third. We'll start with Devin Marble. McCullough on the free throw line, forced into a miss. Good defense by Joe. Half a second left, and been too late. Oh, good offering by Joseph Lim there after the lights turned on. So heading into the fourth and final frame, it's the Dreamers 66, Kings 63 here from Taipei.
When I touch you, kiss you, you're gone, realize. Maybe there's things too much. But if I touch you, kiss you, watch out, soon I'm gone and body my bed. You see I got the mic, it's too much. Touch you, kiss you, you're gone, realize. Maybe there's things too much. But if I touch you, kiss you, watch out, soon I'm gone.
谢谢你们 ，Thank you Formosa 60。关键的第4节，大家持续保持专注度，来帮我们拿下重要的第2场的胜利喽。现在8-5领先，休息一下，持续来到决胜节。
Hey girl, where you at? Daddy look I can send me the address. No dress code 대충 걸치면 돼. 우린 꿈이 먹고 나머진 억텐. 농익은 분위기 수수께끼. 마구 부대껴 어머 정적이 찌릿. 여긴 내 동생 저기는 내 homie. 순둥이지만 음악 틀면 눈 떠오지. Silly now we yelling now one more. 찐친 바위 아래 안 따져. 부끄러 나의 피식이를 드러내. 포위 됐어 넌 나의 신이.
We're not going home tonight.
巴西球迷 ，Oh my basketball 是我本人在 Ivy Bar 学院吧教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。So in game 1, there was the shooting per quarter from first quarter to fourth quarter from left to right. It started a little bit on the lower side, then went up, stayed up, and then it crashed in the fourth quarter. Well, it's gonna have a funny picture here in game 2 with the third quarter just cradling Not a lot of rotation there in the third quarter for the Kings, but they really had a lineup that was doing a great job on the defensive end. And I think there was only a couple of Dreamers good pick and rolls, but otherwise a lot of hesitant drives led to a lot of dribble deflections or steals for the Kings, and eventually a couple of fast breaks. That's how they arrived at 63 points. Joe with a little bit of space, dump off to Manigault, but Brandon Gilbeck recovers. Now it's Jeremy's turn. Manigault in the dunker spot. There's an old school play if I've ever seen one. Close to the basket, a miss, and here comes the Kings. They have numbers, 2-on-1 up ahead. Good hands by Walco as Jeremy took the trip. Now Manigault passing out. Still lots of time left. McCullough closes on Joe as they try to play a two-man game. Rifle pass as Joseph Lynn. He showed off the sky hook there of his own, but that was in and out. Nice pass fake. But Randall Walco unable to connect. Raji trying to stay in front of Jeremy, but Day left open. That one's halfway down but out. Toward the left as he wants to switch sides. Jay, tough shot over Joseph Lynn. That basket puts the Dreamers back up by 3. Austin Day, he walks into a 3, so close. This place is notorious for having some unforgiving rims. Italian took a hit there as, look out. And Brandon Gilbeck screened away one Kings defender and then ran into Jeremy after the whistle. There's Kenny Manigault reaching in for the strip. So a winded Brandon Gilbeck will try to make 2. So far in the game, 9 points, 8 rebounds. Again, held out after some early foul troubles. Right now sitting at 3 fouls, but now only 1 for 3 on the game. So going 1 for 2. Kenny Chen back in. Loose pass as Wendell Lewis slips. Manigault closing the gap against McCullough. Down low to Cayenne. Interesting dunker spot offense by the Kings. Cayenne, he'll take a deep shot and rolls it in. I think it's a deep 2. And the Kings continue to pressure this deficit against the Dreamers. 2 bounces in now. McCullough over Jeremy from behind. Joe, kick out to Manigault. He'll offer from the outside. Bingo! I don't mind it if the teams start trading baskets the rest of the way. 10 points for Kenny Manigault as he's trying to stay in front of McCullough. He rises to fire. Good team rebounding as I know it's a tense situation, but I kind of found it funny how Jeremy kind of doinked it off Joe's face for the rebound. Not any malicious intent. That runner missed and the ball gets away and a foul. Kings, you see Coach Marchand wants an unsportsmanlike, but there's also kind of a tempo thing to it. You see Kenny Manigault lining it up with confidence. And bearing a 3 in the third quarter. Kings were only 3 of 18 shooting. They themselves had 5 turnovers. Substitutions to get a new lineup in for the Dreamers. Manigault, runner on the way, and a whistle comes. June Hall might have been involved in that play. Devin Marble was the one called. You see that hand pushing through, or I guess you could say the fingers pushing through Kenny Manigault. Perhaps Kenny finding some rhythm after that 3. Beautifully made free throw. How about another one? First time in a long while the Kings can take the lead. There you see the free throw shooting. Marble on the UCLA cut, taking the Lewis contact. 2 bounces and out as Jeremy will push it ahead. King spreading out wide as Marble takes an awkward stumble. Kenny Manigault, how about from the left corner? The whistle comes as Aji circus shot. What a counter. Bad transition defense by the Kings. They're probably thinking, why did we foul little Aji down there? Well, Jeremy did get a hand in first, as you see Lewis not get vertical till it was too late. So after a couple of Kenny Manigault splashes here in the 4th, the Kings find themselves up by 2. Randall Walker will check in for Kenny. Not exactly been a good couple of minutes. Joseph Lynn flipping it to Lewis. This time he slams it home. Now it's time for the Dreamers to figure things out. A good skip pass as Brandon Gilbeck. He responds with a jam. Aji with the assist. Cayenne driving past Doug and a high layup off the backboard and in. Yang Jiming sliding into Aji and a look on the switch, and whether it was his thigh or is that right arm. Head out. Jeremy, very quick rest, and he's back in action, guarding Walko as Doug on the curl. Walko from the corner, no good. Early ball screen for Jeremy, going to work, putting Marble in the corner. Got Gilbeck in the air, but decided to pass. spinning again. And a 3 seconds against Wendell Lewis. It's kind of a situation where it'd be more helpful either as a screener or retreating to the dunker spot rather than kind of blocking out for an offensive rebound early. Going right at one, but dropping it. Numbers for the Kings. Jeremy up ahead. A little easy all the way layup thanks to Kenny Manigault with the defensive effort. Abahachi from 17 feet banks it in. Are still ahead. Dreamers trying to hold the line as Kenny Manigault almost made it 3. They foul in transition. That's Lee Cayenne who going all the way to his bench arguing that one. I really don't think the Kings can really claim innocence on this play. You're 75-ish feet from the basket and trying to claim you have the spot moving laterally, that's not exactly a winning argument if you ask me. Definitely just something you just don't want to risk. You're going to take a charge that far from the basket. And foul from behind, not much of an argument there. Fourth personal on Lee Cayenne. Trying to reach for the steal there. Didn't have a chance, really. So the Dreamers will be in the bonus for the rest of 5 minutes and 22 seconds. Kings are still walking all over the place, trying to figure out their free throw situation. Achi, 3 dribbles, a twirl, trying to cut it to a 1-point game with 2. Coach Marchand probably figuring this is one of his best lineups. Austin Day at center, Kenny Manigault, the power forward, and on the perimeter, Jeremy, Joseph, and Kyle. That was the trio that really started the season off as the starting perimeter players for the Kings. On the Dreamer side, Devin Marble forcing Jeremy left. He picked up the dribble, jump pass to Manigault, kicking it over to Joe. His 3 on the way, no, so close. Now it's Joe's turn to guard Marble, spinning and passing. Probably had that basketball charge free. 4 seconds left. McCullough, he coughs it up ahead to Jeremy. No one in front as he gets it to the house. Basketball getting away as now we see a very serious nosebleed going on. See what happened there. The referees probably should go to the monitor with such an odd nosebleed going on. 2 referees trying to get the attention of the third. Certainly should talk it over, and I would suggest take a look at the replay. I took my eyes off the action after the layup. So you'll get to see it first. There you see Jeremy with the steal, and then you see McCullough's hands go down. That might have caused that nosebleed to start. And if that's the case, I have a hard time thinking that this was an intentional move by McCullough. How would we know that Jeremy was behind him? Of course, the Kings would argue, hey, I don't want my guys to be hit in the face for sure. But again, I don't know if McCullough is willfully trying to hit Jeremy in the face as he's going for the basketball. So we'll have to see, though, how the referees interpret it, though, because it's still left to interpretation. They could afford the Kings extra beat or two to help Jeremy stop his nosebleed. Neither team has broken away from their huddle, and again, looking at my notes in the second half so far, I don't see either team calling a timeout. So after the explanation, Jeremy with a Rudolph the Red-Nosed nose. Looks like he's understandably walking toward the bench. Might want to get another tissue nose plug situation going on. Thankfully, it looks like the nose bleeding is done. Chen will be in for at least a possession or two with Jeremy on the bench at the scorer's table. McCullough trying to catch Doble or Jerry offering the screen. Walko attacking on the cut over the top to Marble. His three on the way, overshooting it by a lot. Chance to run for the Kings. Manigault through the contact, very nice. Too strong for Jerry as the Dreamers denied a quick attack. Marble getting by one, but good job by Austin Day to help out. Keeping it inbounds, great sequence by the Kings. Manigault after the fast break layup, overshooting that one. Now McCullough slow with it, ball away and a foul. That's gotta be frustrating, but we'll have to see. The referees had a different angle than all of us. Another look at Kenny Manigault. You see his left arm reach in. Did he tug McCullough's right arm? And I would say there's not nothing, but frustrating for the Kings is this will be free throws. Oh, I saw Jamie Perlman, but behind him was known as Professor Lewis, or one of the Dreamers founding members and kind of a fan base's spiritual leader, Louis Chen, rubbing his temple so hard as an 0 for 2 trip at the line. Minutes to go. Joe on the deck. The ball gets away. Aji with McCullough and Marble. Two-man game. The alley-oop as a whistle comes. Look out. I think it looks like McCullough's okay. Jeremy kind of backed into him. Jeremy was in a little bit of foul trouble in the last game. But just a little bit. In the end, 5 personal fouls. But so far in this matchup, I think that's only going to be his 3rd. Here you see Aji with a good defense and let his showstoppers go at it. Maybe Devin Marble should have went after it himself. So McCullough, after missing 2 free throws the previous possession, now he adjusts, overshoots the first one. Behind Lewis is Jonathan, the general manager. McCullough will take a little stroll. Don't go above the pitch clock, McCullough. Had more than a cup of coffee with the Brooklyn Nets in his basketball career. The Bronx native goes 1 for 2. With the Dreamers calling the first team timeout here in the second half. We only had a TV timeout, 6:28 in the third quarter. Everybody needs a breather. I need a breather. We'll be back to Kings Dreamers after this.
等一下，导播老师配到你们的时候，让我看到你们，要么穿好，大方的秀出你们的我无所惧，不然就是把你们的 T 恤举高。现在梦想家需要各位的支持，来了，来了！这2位可爱的我梦家，3位可爱的我梦家，大方的甩起你们的 T 恤，我无所惧的 T 恤，让我们看看，我们都站在同一阵线，大方的露出你们的 slogan， 我无所惧。这2位可爱的球迷，看样子还没有把 T 恤穿起来。哦，没错，这位可爱的 baby 拿着就是我们我无所惧的 T 恤，完全萌动100，加油100。
Tomorrow in the Plus League playoffs, as we play every day on the league schedule, is Pilots and Lioneers from Hsinchu. Let's see how if the Lioneers can keep up the momentum, or the Pilots can continue that regular season dominance against the Lioneers, who they are 14 wins, 2 losses in the last 2 regular seasons. And again, things reset in the playoffs. A little bit of basketball royalty in the building. In the bucket hat is Gavin Milton, playing in the CBA. And back in his offseason, also in the white hat, that's Mr. Chris Middleton, spelled K-H-R-I-S, Chris Middleton. Enough of a spelling lesson. Jeremy getting the basketball back with Kenny Manigault, the screener. Got McCullough on the switch. Walko nearby. Jeremy dribbling left and off his foot. Still 6 seconds left. Fancy defense by the Dreamers. They got a takeaway. Zobosa screening for Aji, slipping in. The whistle comes as he takes a tumble into the corner. Looks like Austin Day trying to claim the flop thing. Or perhaps the leap back. I'd like to get another look at that one. I would say Day's left hand was doing a little bit too much to be not called a foul. More free throws for the Dreamers. A pretty good way to get back into the game if they can hit at a high enough percentage, as you've been following all game. That's not exactly been the case. 19 for 31 up to this point, but Aji calmly makes the first. Did have a trip where he went 0 for 2 on the unsportsmanlike foul earlier in the game. The Dreamers ended up coming empty in that possession. Meanwhile, on Austin Day's part, that is his 5th personal. Oh, it's a 2-point Kings lead. Jeremy doubled again, out to Joe. He's got space. He floats it up and way short of his own board. Driving kick continues. Passing into nowhere. Clearly the Kings guards not feeling all that confident between Joe and Kyle. Or maybe they're a little bit too much in a sharing mood. Now they're getting Day involved again in the ball screen. Now doing a decent job staying in front of Aji. He pulls it from 3 and it air balls right in front of us. A decent look for Aji, but not the results they want. Joseph Lim will check out for Yang Jingmi. We're going to be under 2 minutes after this possession. A whistle comes as Devin Marble, who is too handsy. The Dreamers do have fouls to give. Devin Marble is not being very truthful with his argument. He's trying to claim his hands were up, but I saw his hands were down. And look, trying to stay in front of Jeremy. That right arm, then that left arm comes in. The referee's whistles are not as fast as your arm. You see that right hand hook too. Oh, in the end, he got the thumbs up. 3 Dreamers fouls. So they do have 1 more to give as Marble is 4th. Austin Day on the pick and pop. That might be it. A score here, putting the Kings up by 4. I'm saying that based on how the Dreamers offense has been. McCullough, he'll go to the basket. A whistle comes. Kenny Manigault thought he had a great defensive play. We got to take another look at that one. The ball was certainly jarred loose, but whether there was contact with the hands or whether it was just basketball, oh, it is on the McCullough's left wrist, left backhand. A free throw from McCullough. That might not be the worst thing in the world still. First one, all nylon by Chris McCullough. On the game, 21 points. Very off with that one. Now they're going to put Jeremy off ball for a second. He comes to it. Way wide as Jerry's up against him. Drive right, the step back, twisting and contorting. A long rebound to Walco. He will slow it up. Jeremy on McCullough, Day helping. And a whistle on the hold from behind, and more free throws coming up. There they see the hit to McCullough's left arm. Of course, Jeremy could say, hey, he didn't lose possession, but certainly threw McCullough off his rhythm. Now more free throws. That one was close, but out. An unforgiving ricochet here from Taitong. On the quarter, Chris McCullough only 2 for 7 from the line. And this one is in. So the Dreamers still inch toward the Kings lead. Minute left. Timeout called. Kind of seemed like opposite sides of things, where the Dreamers called a timeout last time despite having solid momentum, and over here the Kings called timeout. Let's see if we can listen in. one-possession game, so the Kings can't freeze out the clock, but getting a look at some of the scores from Kenny Manigault here in the second half of play. It's not him with any long possessions or isolations, but Kenny Manigault really been making the most out of his touches. He got 12 points so far here in the fourth. 2 of 3 from 2, 2 of 3 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. The Kings have 24 points in this quarter, overcoming the Dreamers' lead. You need a reminder, Chris Middleton's in the building, was teammates with Austin Day in his brief time in Detroit. And he played against Jeremy Lin, played against Chris McCullough, and a little bit against Devin Marble of the players out on the floor. And I'm very certain he's had a few one-on-ones with Kenny Manigault, just a few months his senior. Dreamers showing some front court pressure. Little back and forth pass, Yang Jingwing will help escort Jeremy up the court. Devin Marble with him back to the half court. He's got a step, keeping the dribble alive, and the whistle comes. Look out. So the Dreamers did have a foul to give, but we'll see if it was in the act of shooting. I think it was. So after taking that hard hit, maybe a hard foul, Jeremy will have to step up to the line. You see Walco with it, and Marble followed through. The crucial free throws, only 45 seconds on the clock. Coach Marchand turning into his #1 assistant, Venti, talking it over. Jeremy Lin automatic with the first. Two for two trip, only 45 seconds. No timeout. It's going to be Joseph Lin for Yang Jingming. Maybe a little bit more agile defender in the pick and roll. Marble and McCullough pick and roll. Bump Jeremy off the spot, staying with it. Tough shot forced. And Joe with the board, trying to get away. The pass into Jerry's hand. Still time left. Aji in a hurry, flipping it up. McCullough on the second effort. A whistle does come. And oh, what a missed opportunity. Even if they don't score the fast break going the other way, the Kings could have run down their 24 seconds. But as it is, it's Chris McCullough again up to the line. You see Joe caught in the air. That's why you keep the dribble alive. And then Aji, I don't know where he was going with that. Maybe he thought he had Brandon Gilbeck there. McCullough certainly tired. Came down with it and was fouled. That free throw short. Chris McCullough is the leading scorer for the Dreamers, but only doing about 50% from the line all game. 1 for 2. The margin is 3 points. A full court trap started, but bounced out of bounds. If I remember correctly, the Dreamers engaged a full court trap against the Kings in Xinzhuang. Despite being down big, they actually kind of came back in the game. This time, good two-man game, but Yang Jiming in the corner, ball pops out. Ball getting away, McCullough saving it in bounds, one man to beat. Stopped by Jeremy, forced into a tough shot. Manigault with it. 10 seconds left on the clock. Dreamers in desperation mode. No foul, pass up ahead. Now the foul. What was that? I thought I thought Austin Day already got the pass off, but the whistle comes. It should be free throws. I'm sure the Kings would have rather the clock run out. You see the Dreamers get a good defensive stop, and McCullough, credit for the run ahead, but probably should have kept the dribble alive against Jeremy, who did an excellent job there in the corner, just walling him off. They let that contact go, and so it was up to McCullough, a guy nicknamed Briss. Couldn't do it there as Austin Day splashing that free throw. Get another look. Jeremy holding his ground, and again, if McCullough had a dribble alive, might have been able to find the space or find a different angle. Clock's going to start as Devin Marble calls the player timeout. 4-point lead. Not a lot of options for the Dreamers. Some of the fans already filing out of the stadium. The Dreamers, 4.5 seconds. You still can perhaps get an easy layup too. Not a lot of time come off the clock. Maybe get another steal and score. You don't really want to be taking a three here, and because every second, every millisecond the ball is in the air from three-point range is the clock counting down. So that's why I argue that the Dreamers really want to get a score ASAP. Let's see what Coach Perlman and the Dreamer squad drew up. Want desperately right now to go up ahead by 2 games to none. Aji, the inbounder. McCullough catching, turning to Walko. Wide open three on the way, bouncing, and no matter. So despite being down for almost the entirety of the middle portion of the game, the Kings come away with the 90-86 victory here on the road, and we have a split series between the Dreamers, number 2 in the regular season, against the Kings, number 3 in the regular season. This series will continue in just a couple of days in Xinzhuang, home of the Kings. As dutifully, Jeremy again going to be signing his jersey, signing his sneakers. There's some deserving fans coming out to watch him play. The announced attendance tonight, 3,000 up to capacity. So maybe it inspired Kenny Manigault. Maybe getting to celebrate with his cousin after the game. But again, it's a quick turnaround here in the first round. So as the Kings will head to the locker rooms, we're still waiting on our player interview. As we've been instructed, it's going to be a Jeremy Lin on the headset. There you see maybe the biggest play of the game, him coming back on defense. And again, McCullough's in this dead corner where there's not really anywhere for him to go. And there you see the Dreamers out of position to get an early foul and maybe get more time to try to pull off the miracle. So there's Jeremy on the headset. Asked about the Kings facing a big deficit and the turnaround.
防守吧，我觉得梦想家是一个非常好的防守球队，进攻也是，可是肯定也是防守，所以要跟他们对打，必须要自己也防得很好。
And Jeremy saying that defense was the key up against the Dreamers, who are a very good defensive team, you got to bring it yourself. Now asked about the improvements that they want to be making.
我先不说吧，我就是非常感谢主今天可以赢下这场比赛。我现在不想聊我们哪一些地方没做得够好，因为我觉得我们每一个人上场是用100%的力气去打，比赛中会有一些错误的吧，可是现在我们还是专注在我们今天给的努力，包括今天能够在客场赢下一个非常难的一场比赛。
And Jeremy hesitating, saying that they won't be elaborating on what they can improve, but to thank God and everyone was playing 100%, and despite the mistakes, they should focus on their efforts and the road victory.
就是我看到敏哥，我真的不想抱怨，可是就是敏哥手被打了，然后没吹，所以我就赶紧跑回去，因为我不确定，就是其实我停了一下，因为我以为他们会吹，或者他们吹了，可是可能我听错了，然后我就追回去，然后就别的都是我也不太确定，现在想不太清楚。
Then on that last play, Jeremy saying he thought Yang Jimin was hit and there should have been a foul, but he thought he mistakenly heard a whistle and still got back fast enough to stop McCullough. Now asked about the defense they played to force the Dreamers home to 31 second half points.
"对，就像我说的，就是季后赛肯定不一样的一场比赛，不会那么漂亮，不会什么有很夸张的数据，大家都什么30分、40分，就是偶尔会，可是不是长期会，所以一样是防守为主的吧，然后就是他们是针对我，就是一直 yeah 就是这样子吧。
Yeah. So Jeremy saying the playoffs won't be pretty, will be low scoring, and defense first, they'll definitely be keying in on me. So thanks to Jeremy playing a hard-fought game and joining our post-game coverage. We'll be going to break before wrapping things up, where the Kings are victorious on the road.
Like barbed wire, she stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a bitch, Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, fuck everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, bitch, dance.
好，可以请大家呢往场外移动，谢谢。我们要来进行清场了，谢谢。
I'm vanilla baby, I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
True, you're a star in my head. I need to raise war in my friends. True, you're so bad when I need to pretend, but I don't want war with you or my friend. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. He said true, probably can party, yeah. Because true, you're my best friend. All the way around, I'm loyal. I got money on me and I'm loyal. I got money in my pocket, I'm loyal. Pain goes away when I'm tipsy. Pain goes away when you're with me. Hey. Even when your shadows a little risky, it's all under control. Shorty, just don't let this go. Just don't let this go. We spent last 3 summers on the road. Spent the summer on the road.
The final score, Kings 90, Dreamers 86. And another hard-fought battle between these two squads. There's the combined team statistics where those turnovers sure picked up in the second half. And that's all connected to how both teams were not shooting very well. And so kind of creating some funny offense, not in rhythm. Pretty close in rebounding, pretty close in assists. I would say on the Dreamer side, they ended up going to a lot of Devin Marble single coveraging Jeremy, which helped their backside defense. But on the other side, the Kings can look to Kenny Manigault, 5 points in the first, 0 points, 0 points, then 12 points in the fourth quarter. Really showed he had so much more in the tank when his team needed it. So we have a 1-1 series here between the Dreamers and Kings, just like we have a 1-1 series between the Pilots and Lioneers. And this grueling playoff first round schedule will march on as 1 day on, 1 day off is all they get. So at 7 p.m. in the 3-time best home court in the Plus League, Hsinchu County Stadium, the Lioneers will host the Pilots. And this series will head on to Xinzhuang in a couple of days. We're in a best-of-7 series, and I hope everybody gets their time in the ice bath. That'll do it for us here from Taizone. On behalf of Xiaohu, on behalf of Mark, our league partners and the league office, I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.